I started as a small kid, spending time in the kitchen with both my grandmothers on both sides of the family. I never wanted to do anything other than play with food. My mother's mother, my grandmother on that side of the family, she spent every minute in the kitchen with me when I was a young child. I would sit on a stool next to her and ask her questions and try to taste things, and we really developed a very strong relationship in the kitchen together. She's with me still, always when I'm cooking. I can hear her. When I was 14, I begged my mother to take me to get working papers, and I got a job as a prep girl, and that was my first job. And from there, and I finally continued to work my way into the kitchen, and I decided to go to culinary school. So I moved to Rhode Island to go to culinary school. I spent every free minute that I had reading a book. My face was in a book about becoming a chef, about women in the industry, about what it was going to take, what a day in the life looked like. I watched every cooking show that I possibly could. I read every magazine. There was no other option. It was a very black and white kind of thing, always. I was very mindful, even at that age, that I needed to be watching everything that was going on around me, and I especially needed to be watching the chef. If that's what I wanted to be, what does he do? What is he cooking? How did he make that? I should make myself an asset somehow, even if it was taking out the garbage or cleaning up a mess on the floor before someone else got to it. I thought I should make myself an asset. There were so many passionate, talented, skilled, hardworking, driven people that came before you to pave the way for you. You need to follow in their footsteps. You need to learn from the basics. You need to work hard. You need to scrub pans and chop vegetables all day until your fingertips are numb. The dish pit at 8 o'clock on a Friday night. You need to feel that. You need to see all of the parts so that as you grow and as you rise through the industry, you appreciate all the different stages. You appreciate making it to a line cook. You appreciate your first management job. You appreciate the minute you get that chef jacket with your name on it. You appreciate it. It's a lot of pressure. Everyone's looking at you, all eyes on you. It's your decisions constantly that keep the ship afloat. I prepared myself. I knew what needed to be done. I knew how to do it. I knew how to get what I needed to from my staff, because you have to treat everyone differently. Everyone's motivated by different things. And I had learned that because I had the opportunity to practice that craft, those management skills, all the years I worked in the industry before I owned my own place. I try to always find time to cook, no matter what. And if I don't have a moment to cook, I'm at least jotting down ideas and things that I see. I'll take a picture. I'll make myself a note. I'll put it in my phone. I'll set a reminder. I'll set a reminder for a grocery list on my very next day off of something that I want to buy. And then I'll look at the grocery list and I'm like, why? I don't understand. Oh, I saw that. I wanted to play around with it. I wanted to do this with it. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I guess just being accountable to myself and making sure that that creative component has a way to get itself to a note, my phone, a piece of paper somewhere, somehow, so that it gets seen at some point.
It's inspiring. It makes you want to make something delicious. It makes you want to create. You can't hide it. It's either beautiful or not worth it.
My style definitely is representative of the change in the season.
It's like in the tuber family. It's very bright and vibrant.
What something looks like at the market. What a beautiful piece of fish looks like. What a beautiful peach looks like at the peak of the season. Those are the things that inspire me, and I go with it.
May I have 2 pounds of sirloin tips, please?
You make it something that gives a glimpse of times past, and you make it have a funky new twist. We take an old school, iconic dish and we reinvent it in some way. Because everyone wants to be inspired. Everyone wants to see something new. I was chubby and I felt like crap. And I knew that I needed to do something to change it. I think many more people care about their health and what they're putting in their bodies. And I certainly do. About 4 years ago, I was miserable and I felt lethargic and crappy and chubby and not passionate and not inspired and none of those things that are really who I am. I felt dull. I felt like a dull, watered down version of myself. And it was because of my habits. It was because of all the things that I was doing. It was because I wasn't exercising, I wasn't drinking enough water, I wasn't eating healthy foods. And I decided, no go, I can't do it anymore. So I decided to switch it up. And I started going to the gym, I started adopting a paleo lifestyle and eating clean. And the more I did those things, the more I realized that everything is connected. And it gave me more inspiration and more drive for creating new things and being passionate with my staff and spending time in my restaurant giving people creative, awesome dishes. But it also made me want to give them clean and healthy dishes now because I wanted them to experience what I had experienced. I wanted them to feel and understand what it feels like when you put good things in your body and fuel it with real healthy food. All of those good habits lead to another and they connect and make your life so much better. People were interested. People wanted to try. Oh, well, what are you eating? What is that? They wanted to try it. And then, we would talk to customers, and as I lost weight, as I became more healthy, as I became a more authentic version of myself, people started to notice that and they wanted to know what I was doing. What did I change? What was happening? Well, could they get that? Could they eat that too? Is that going to be on the menu soon? I progressively started putting a few healthy things on. I was always someone who supported the gluten-free movement from the beginning, the Celiac Foundation. I always did a lot of work with them. So we had a gluten-free menu. It certainly wasn't as elaborate as it is now. And now it encompasses vegan items, dairy-free, paleo, keto, Whole30. It's everything that everyone wants now. And it's progressively made its way there because of the change that I made for me, which in the beginning I never even considered. If you want to eat something decadent and fulfilling and comforting, come and see me. If you want to eat something that is going to make you feel bright and energetic and full of life and fantastic about yourself, we got you covered in that department too. I think that there's balance in life. I think that you need sustainability. I don't think that you can forego every pleasure forever and that is a practical, balanced, sustainable life. I think that you need to have those little guilty pleasures built in there. And I certainly do. And I want to be able to give you the opportunity to have everything you want. I'm hopeful that I'm better tomorrow than I was today.